A game with huge implications tonight for the Carthage Redmen as they get set to take on the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Tarble Arena. John Weiser back with you, along with Dick Greaceffa, as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader here tonight. The Redmen at 15-6, 8-4 in the CCIW, taking on the Illinois Wesleyan Titans, also 15-6, a game behind the Redmen at 7-5. This is going to take on a huge implications as far as the conference tournament is concerned. Earlier this afternoon, the Carroll Pioneers defeated the Augustana men by a score of 75-70. So this puts this game in a different perspective tonight for the Redmen. They, along with North Park, are back in the title hunt, with Augustana still has a pair of road games left to close out their season, one of them against the North Park Vikings. So this is going to make this game a rather curious matchup here tonight. Illinois Wesleyan needs a win over the Red to remain in contention for a conference tournament berth as well. And as we take a look at the standings up to date, Augustana now at 11-2, and Carthage, or I should say 11-3 now on the year. Carthage at 8-4, North Park at 8-4, Illinois Wesleyan and North Central close behind, and Carroll with that win now, they are 7-6 on the year, so they're still in the mix for a title, or at least the conference tournament is concerned. So Augie coming back to the pack. So a win over the Redmen by the Titans tonight, they would secure the season sweep and at least would hold a tiebreaker edge over the Redmen should they finish tied together. Now, in the bigger picture would be in terms of the NCAA tournament berth. Carthage currently is sitting behind Illinois Wesleyan in the regional rankings, but a win tonight by Carthage could put them back in front of Illinois Wesleyan, and that's important because if you don't win the automatic qualifier, teams are selected into the tournament based on their regional rankings. So an opportunity to get to the table to talk about that. You take a look at the numbers here. Brady Rose, 25 points in the win over Carthage last time down in Bloomington, as that one went to Illinois Wesleyan 77-74, the final in that one down in Bloomington. Carthage actually had an opportunity late in that ball game. They had the ball and possession down 2 with a chance to inbound. They had to spend their final 2 timeouts trying to get that ball in play, and when they did, three-pointer by Jordan Thomas went off the rim. The rebound was secured by Illinois Wesleyan, and a foul that put Wesleyan at the line for the 1-1. Wesleyan made the front end, missed the back end. Brad Cruz got the rebound, but because the Redmen had no timeouts left, he put up a three-quarter court heave that came up short as time expired. So these two teams went tooth and nail down in Bloomington. I expect nothing less here tonight, Dick, from both of these squads here this evening.
Yeah, it should be a good ball game, and this may be another nail biter that who knows, we could even have overtime tonight, John.
Trevor Sebring has been back in the lineup here for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. He did not play in the game in Bloomington against the Carthage Redmen, but his last 2 games back, he has been effective. Against Carroll, he had 14 points and 5 rebounds. And against Elmhurst the other night, 16 points and 11 rebounds. And for the week, he was 12 of 16 from the field. So Trevor Sebring, their fine 6'8" forward, is not quite 100%, but is at least back in an effective mode here for the Titans, and he will be in the starting lineup tonight for Illinois Wesleyan. Meanwhile, for the Redmen tonight, the play of Brad Perry has really got our notice here of late, and Perry continues to shine in the post, coming off the win in double overtime over North Park the other night, in which Brad Perry had 10 points and 5 rebounds in that contest, and also a pair of assists out of the post. But the Redmen, in one of those strange stretches in team history, 3 straight overtime wins. They have won 4 overtime games this year. So, and Bosco, as he mentioned in the paper the other day, you know, it's one of those things. Do you rather be lucky than good, or are you a good team that finds ways to win those ball games? We shall see here tonight. Again, for the Redmen, they've won 4 straight coming in, including 2 over nationally ranked opponents in Augustana and North Park. And Mike Stevenson continues to shine, the senior out of Wilmot, leading the team in scoring at 16 points per game, among the leaders in conference games this year. Jordan Thomas at just under 11 Brad Cruz is a leading rebounder for the Redmen at 6.3 per game, but I think the other key tonight, Keenan Baltimore coming off the bench, averaging 10 points. Dick, he brings that little bit of aggressive nastiness into the ball game. He plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and I'm guessing he'll get significant minutes again tonight based on his performance the other night, John.
Well, as I mentioned, the Titans, they have won 7 straight in this series, including that 77-74 victory down in Bloomington on January 14th. But both teams know with Augustana's loss today, there's a lot to play for here tonight. For the Titans, looking for the sweep. For Carthage, looking for another win to inch closer to Augustana, at least keep pace with the possibility of North Park and staying with North Park, holding the tiebreaker edge now with the sweep of North Park and splitting with Augustana. So teams behind you that have lost to North Park, and in terms of Illinois Wesleyan swept by North Park. So in case of a 3-way tie, Carthage has a couple of aces left in the deck.
Yes, they do. So this is the one we got to grab tonight. We got to get this one.
Ron Rose in his 11th season, 204, 101 overall mark at the third in wins at Illinois Wesleyan all time. Of course, Bosko Jurkovic now in his 21st year here at Carthage. He has 528 wins in his pocket, 332 coming here at Carthage College, and he has donned the red blazer tonight. So brought that one out of mothballs tonight for the red blazer for this one here this evening. Should be an exciting ball game tonight. Glad you're with us on the stream, on the audio stream, and over the air on 1050 WLIP. Game number 2 of this doubleheader here tonight between Carthage and Illinois Wesleyan. Teams are clearing the floor. We're getting set for the starting lineups here tonight. We'll give you the starters for Illinois Wesleyan as they will start Andy Stempel, a 6'4" senior guard, averaging just under 12 points and 4 rebounds per contest. He's coming off a 21-point game on Wednesday versus Elmhurst. Colin Bennett will start at a guard, a 6'4" sophomore, 10.6 points per game for Bennett. Brady Rose, a scoring point guard. He is averaging just under 15 points a game, a 6'3" sophomore. Excellent offensive basketball player. You cannot lose track of him anywhere on the court. Alec Bosch will start at forward, a 6'6", 210-pound senior, 8.9 points per game, just under 6 boards per ball game. He is a pretty good passer out of the post as well, 44 assists to 24 turnovers on the year this year. And Trevor Sebring, a 6'8" forward, senior, missed a couple of games because of a back injury, but is back in there now. Last couple of ball games, 14 points and 16 points respectively, and he is going to be a threat inside tonight for Ron Rose and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. So it'll be Rose, Stempel, and Bennett at guards, Bosch and Sebring at the forwards tonight for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. As I mentioned, Ron Rose now third all-time winningest coach, I should say, in Illinois Wesleyan history. He sits behind Denny Bridges and Jack Hornberger. Let's head back downstairs to Kyle Jacob for the Carthage Redmen starting lineup.
Introducing the starting lineup for your Carthage Redmen. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore from New Trier High School, I should say from Hersey High School, hailing from Prospect Heights, Illinois, number 14, it's Kevin Kozel. Jordan Thomas is already out there. My apologies, a 5'11" sophomore from New Trier High School. At center, 6'11" freshman from Maine South High School in Park Ridge, Illinois, number 54, Brad Perry. At forward, a 6'4" junior from Lake Zurich High School in Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, number 25, Brad Cruz. And at forward, the 6'4" senior from Wilmot Union High School in Burlington, Wisconsin, number 20, Mike Stevenson. The head coach for the Red Men, Bosco Jurakovic. And Coach Jurakovic is assisted by assistant coaches Steve Jurakovic, Quincy French, Andy Atkins, Jose Garcia, and graduate assistant coach Miles Olson.
So we are ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader here tonight from a crowded Tarble Arena. We got about 1,200, maybe 1,300 in here tonight for this second game of the doubleheader. Illinois Wesleyan, green shirts, green shorts, white numerals trimmed out in gray. Redmen in the white shirts, white shorts, red numerals, red lettering. Perry will jump center against Trevor Sebring. Greg Jeffries will toss it up. And the opening tip goes out of bounds. Battle between Stevenson and Bausch, and it goes off Stevenson. It'll be Titan basketball in the backcourt.
Good heads-up play by him, John, to give them the first possession.
Redmond in man-to-man here as we get underway. They'll play some zone tonight. They've played more zone the last couple of ball games, I think, than I can remember. Roscoe likes to play it straight most of the time as they work it inside. Got a hand check foul on the Redmen right away underneath between Perry and Sebring, and they called the nickel dime on Perry.
I was going to say a very lighthearted check.
Let's hope it's tight on both ends.
Yes.
Rose back up top, it'll go into the hands of Stemple. Stemple working on Cruz. Gets it back in the hands of Bennett. Colin Bennett through the top of the circle, hands it back. Stemple to Rose, outside Bausch, and Bausch able to knock it down from long distance. Alec Bausch getting things started with a three-pointer.
Bausch with a very confident first shot, John.
21 of 57 now from behind the arc. He can put it up from out there. Stevenson ball fakes, now drives to the free throw line, pulls up there, shot no good. Rebound offensively by Perry to Stevenson, trailing, lays it up and in. Brad Perry with the offensive board, Stevenson with the finish, 3-2.
Perry's becoming a much better passer too, John.
The curl around, Stemple fires and hits. Cruz fell down as Stemple made the curl up top, losing the defender, and Stemple able to knock it in for the deuce. 5-2 in favor of Illinois Wesleyan. Kozel will work point across midcourt. Fifth-year senior. Spent his freshman year at the University of Kansas where he did not play basketball. Now Thomas on the right baseline, cut off nicely by Stemple. They reverse it back up top with 10 to shoot. Kozel slides around to Stevenson for three. Got it. Mike Stevenson, Kozel the assist. We're tied at 5.
You want to get him going early, John.
2 minutes into this one here from the Tarble Arena. Stemple again on the wing. Pulls up. Gets it back to Bennett. Bennett now hands it off. Sebring will fire, missing. Rebound inside by Cruz.
Good job there. 3 Redmen underneath there to get that rebound.
Kozel up the floor to Thomas, now to Perry way up top. Works it off the left wing to Kozel. Bounce feed to Stevenson below the arc. Stevenson now backing in on the paint. Turns, shoots, and hits. Stevenson over Bennett that time. Stevenson back-to-back points. He has all 7 of the Carthage points here in this contest. 3 on the way by Bennett. That's in and out. Perry with the rebound. They'll clear it to Kozel.
And once again, good box out by Perry to set up the Redmen.
Cruz now to Perry up top. And looking for Kozel. Kozel guarded by Bennett. Check that by Brady Rose. Rose out on Kozel, got through the ball screen set by Stevenson, now cut off, finds Perry. Perry in the high post, back to Cruz. Shot clock down to 1. Cruz had to get it away. It's an air ball miss. The Redmen stalled out on offense there as that pass got to Kozel in the corner.
Yeah, not a good selection there, John.
7-5, Redmen by 2, 16:40 to play first half. Again, Bausch, and again he knocks it down. This time it's a deuce just inside the arc out of the left corner for Bausch. He has 5. Make that 6. Ties the game at 7.
Got to keep a hand in his face.
Stevenson to the right side, Cruz. Inside trying to get to Perry. Broken up from behind nicely by Sebring, and the outlet to Stemple. Stemple circles around. Gets it back to Brady Rose. Rose on the floor. Got past Stevenson to the basket. Lays it up and in. Little jab step to the left and then lost Stevenson. That cleared the way for Rose for his first 2 points. The Titans back up by 2. Thomas, open 3. Rims out. Battle for the rebound. Perry again, offensive rebound. Puts it up and in. Little flop out there by Trevor Sebring trying to draw the foul. Official not buying underneath that time. That'll get you 2 minutes in a hockey game.
Yeah.
Stemple now. Works it back to Sebring, backing in on Perry. Deep in the paint, turn around with the right hand, short. Good job by Perry defensively, collects the rebound.
Yeah, they doubled up on him there, John, with Perry in front, and he threw it up short.
Now Kozel on the left wing. Bounce feed to Cruz, top of the circle. Cruz will back it off, gets it to Stevenson, reversing left side now to Kozel. Kozel on the drive, traveled with it. No, blocking foul. Break for the Redmen there as Kozel tried to charge through the lane, pulled up, drew the body foul that time from Brady Rose. Coleman and Beasley will check in now for the Titans. Beasley, Jalen Beasley, a 6'6 junior forward. Stevenson now backing down on Beasley. Turns, shoots, and hits. A little shoulder move that time to lose Beasley for Stevenson.
Yeah, good fake there too, John.
Now, jump shot by Sebring rolls off. Kept alive by Beasley. Pulled down by Thomas. Stevenson with 9 points here through the first 5 minutes for the Redmen. 11-9 Carthage. Kozel with the ball at the center circle to Jordan on the right wing. Puts it on the floor, now picks it up, gets it to Perry. Over to Kozel. Kozel high in the left. Looking for a cutter, gets it to Stevenson. Stevenson again facing Beasley now. Pulls up on Beasley at the free throw line. Kicks it back to Thomas with 5 on the shot clock. Thomas a deep 3. That's off the heel, no. Perry with the offensive board, goes back up. Missed the layup. Ball loose and now taken out of there by Bennett. Bennett now gets the return pass, will fire the 3. That's an air ball miss, loose inside. Beasley, and we got a tie-up or a foul. What do we have? Cruz and Beasley got tied up holding the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Stevenson.
Okay. Looked like they both had possession of it, John.
Certainly did. Stevenson with the foul, his first, second on the team as they get it in, and a clean look to the basket that time by Colin Bennett. Ties the game at 11. 6 minutes in here from Kenosha tonight. Glad you're with us throughout the upper Midwest. As you down in South Central Illinois, welcome to our broadcast as Perry puts it up from the left block and was fouled.
Good job by Perry, because it looks like they're going to be physical with him. He also got pushed there.
Perry going up that time and on the arm by Sebring. First foul on Sebring, second team foul. Perry at the line, makes the front end. Perry coming in averaging 10 points per game, a 61% shooter from the line. Austin Eamon in now for the Titans. Also Tyler Burdine, the 6'9" junior, inside. Working on Perry. Get back up top. 3 on the way. That one was no good. Taken by Stemple. Rebound to Cruz. 13-11 Redmond. Perry to Cruz on the left wing. It's to Stevenson in the left corner. Finds Kozel alone underneath. Feeds Perry. Couldn't get a hand on it, however, as it's taken away by Beasley. That was a tough pass from Kozel underneath the basket.
Yeah,
a walk there by the Titans.
Yeah, once they threw it into Perry, they triple teamed him.
Austin Amon with the walk. Turns it back over to the Redmen. 13-15 to play first half. A 13-11 Redmond lead. Kozel now on the drive. Collision in the paint. And what do we have? A blocking foul. Ooh. It was the official from up top that made the call. We'll take a look here. It's Kozel now. On that drive, got to the paint. Well, he picked his foot up. I'm not sure. Tyler Burdine watching the replay. Looked like Burdine picked up the foot, but they're going to call a foul on Coleman. Stevenson now, jump stop over Beasley, short, but drew the foul. Beasley with the foul. That's the 4th team foul on the Titans here. This will put Stevenson at the line. Nice little jab step and a shoulder fake. Got Beasley off his feet, commits the foul.
Here's the game plan, John, so far is to keep Stevenson aggressive.
Knocks down the free throw. 10 points already for Mike Stevenson. Kind of a reversal of the game down in Bloomington. It was Brady Rose who got off to such a hot start for the Titans in that ball game against the Redmen down there. Stevenson now has opened up a 4-point lead, 15-11, 2 for 2 at the stripe. Keenan Baltimore will check in for the Redmen. Next dead ball. Pass broken up out of bounds nicely that time. Amon was looking to get to the corner to Beasley, and it was knocked out by Stevenson, or by Cruz, excuse me. As Keenan Baltimore will check in for Nick Perry. Also Mike Keltson in for Brad Cruz. Baltimore already getting into with Burdine underneath.
Yeah.
Baltimore, the freshman out of Zion Benton. Up top, Amon. Inside look, blocked out of bounds by Stevenson. Wilson written across the forehead of Coleman on that one.
Mike Stevenson with game tonight, John, so far anyway.
Yeah, he has brought it the A game. We'll get a good look at this one underneath on the rejection by Stevenson. Jordan Thomas back out there. Defends on the inbound, and a fadeaway shot by Stemple. Good shot there off the inbound. Defender draped all over him, still got that one away. 4 points for Stemple. 12.5 minutes to go in the half. 15-13 Redmond. Nice look inside. Oh, it was blocked. As nice pass from Baltimore inside to Stevenson. Not sure if he got a piece of it or if he overlaid that time. This is Sebring, and we got a whistle. Could have been a travel, but they're going to call a foul on Baltimore with the body. Sebring backing into Baltimore that time. Taking one more look here. There was a little stutter step there, as you see that.
Yeah.
It was the second one that kind of knocked him off the stride. Now the officials having words with Sebring and Baltimore.
Boy.
Trigger the inbound. Stemple again. Fade away off the inbound. Able to knock it in from the right corner. It's twice now. Stemple has collected the inbound pass and thrown it up for a basket. It's Kozel now tied up. Held ball. Redmond ball. Arrow to Carthage. Colin Burnett will check back in, replacing Nick Coleman.
Got to be a little more aggressive on the offensive attack.
Game tied at 15. Redmond 5 for 11, Wesleyan 7 of 14. Each team with 1 3-pointer. Carthage at the line, 4 for 4. They've out-rebounded the Titans, 8-5. Thomas now high on the right. Top to Keltson, to Baltimore. Baltimore traveled with the basketball. Saw an opening between Sebring and Rose. Wanted to drive, but forgot to put the ball on the floor. Titans will bring it up, looking for a lead here. Get it up top to Stemple, guarded by Kelson. Stemple over to Rose. Rose will fire the jumper. No. Baltimore with the rebound. Will slow it down and give it to Kozel. Back to Baltimore. Baltimore on the drive. A bump. And no, they're going to call a travel on Keenan Baltimore. Dragged the foot, leading to the contact that time. That was the correct call.
Correct call. He also threw an elbow out also.
Brad Perry will check back in here for the Redmen, as did Brad Cruz. Cruz in for Kozel. Stevenson will get a breather, and we'll get our first look at Drew Joyner tonight. Rocky Mountain Redmen out of Centennial, Colorado. Game tied at 15, 11:15 to play. We're in the first half. Largest crowd of the year, somewhere around 1,200 or so tonight. Pull up again by Stemple. That's off no good. Perry collects another rebound. Brad Perry with 6 boards tonight so far for the Redmen.
Yeah, doing a really good job controlling those boards.
Kelson into Baltimore on the baseline. Baltimore backing in on Bausch, turning on Bausch and hitting. Keenan Baltimore, his first points tonight. He's averaging 10 points off the bench. The freshman out of Zion Benton High School.
He's got that soft touch.
Well, they forgot a switch up. Rose able to get a clean look to the basket. Grady Rose with 4. Ties the game again at 17. Back and forth we go. Joyner now high on the left wing to Baltimore. Lob down low left to Perry. Perry off the glass and in. Getting around Sebring once again. Brad Perry with 6 points and 6 boards. Bausch with it at the circle. Kicks it off to Bennett. Bennett turning, giving to Sebring. Drives the basket, lays it up and in. They're going to call a foul. Call a foul on Perry, and Bosco's upset. I think he thought it was a travel. Perry fouling Sebring on the follow-through. For Brad Perry, that's his first. Team fouls even now at 4. Sebring at the line for the and 1. Stevenson will check right back in now, replacing Brad Perry. First free throw attempt tonight for the Titans, and Sebring able to connect. 20-19 in favor of Illinois Wesleyan. Midway through our first half. Hope you're enjoying this one. It's been fun so far. A little bit of a zone look this time now for Illinois Wesleyan. Cruz penetrates to Stevenson, back out to Kelson, bounce feed Stevenson, turnaround right hand shot, good. Stevenson on fire tonight for the Redmen. 13 points, 5 of 7 from the floor tonight for Stevenson. Inside again, Bausch, reverse layup right side, good. Got past Stevenson underneath and almost got hung in the air for a travel.
Boy, he can get himself open very easily.
Joyner on the right wing. Up top to Stevenson, inside to Baltimore. Baltimore turning, going up. Flipped it up, no call. Then we got a foul on the rebound. They're going to call it on the Redmen. Baltimore asking for one across the arm, not going to get one. We take another look. There was body contact inside. Looked like Baltimore lost control of the basketball on the way up. So foul on Baltimore after the rebound. His first, 15th foul. Titans with the ball. Bausch trying to get over the top. That's a 3-second violation by Sebring. Sebring camping out in the paint that time. Bausch wanted to get it to him not once, not twice, but 3 different times before he finally got the pass away. Carthage will bring it up. 2 turnovers for the Titans, 4 for the Redmen so far. 3-pointer no good. Long rebound out to the free throw line, collected by Bausch. Gives it up to Bennett. Bennett lost the dribble. It's loose on the floor. Got it away to Bausch. Now around to Rose. Rose pulls up on the right baseline and hits. Got past Cruz that time out of the right corner. Baltimore held his ground on the block, but Rose able to get it away.
Yeah, Cruz got a hand up in his face, but he was already by him.
24-21 Titans. 8.5 minutes to play. Baltimore top of the circle. That one's no good. Rebound Bausch. Redmond have gone cold here over the last minute and a half. Sebring back up top. Stemple for three, got it. Timeout, Redmond. Stemple, his first triple tonight. Largest lead now at 6 for the Titans, 27-21. Redmond will take the timeout. Titans 12 for 21, 57% from the field, 2 of 5 shooting the three. Redmond 8 for 17, 1 for 4 shooting the three.
Yeah, good timeout. Good timeout by the Redmond, John. Let's not let it get out of hand.
You know, Bosco apt to take these timeouts early in a half just to kind of re-energize the team here a little bit, kind of go over a few things and reset the lineup as Derek Mason will check in following the timeout. The 5'10 junior out of Grays Lake, transferred in from Heidelberg University. So Mason, Cruz, Baltimore, Stevenson, and Joyner out there for the Redmond. Stemple, Bonnet, Rose, Bausch, and Sebring for the Titans. Three-pointer on the way by Baltimore, good, top of the circle. Keenan Baltimore able to hit the triple. Baltimore, his first points tonight, 27-24. Redmond back to within 3. Bausch with it, top of the circle, give and go on, look underneath to Rose, he'll circle back out. Rose with Joyner on him, finds Bausch, reversing left side to Stemple. Stemple, contact by Cruz, lost the dribble momentarily, gathers it back in now, turning in the paint, leans in, shot blocked from behind. Oh, they're gonna call a foul on Cruz.
Slapped him on the head.
Yeah, that's exactly what the official said, got him across the back of the head. We'll take another look. Stemple originally lost the dribble, gathered it back in on the left block, and then as he backed in on Cruz, turned. I don't see where he got him on the head. Stemple will fire up the free throw and hit. Unless he got him with the forearm on the left hand, or left arm, across the back of the head. That's the only way I could see that one being called a foul. Stemple's second free throw up and good. 29-24 with 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Cruz across midcourt. Works it off to Baltimore. Up top to Stevenson. Stevenson, there was contact, no foul called as Bausch slammed into him. Mason now put it on the floor and was fouled on a hand check. Nick Coleman with the foul. That's his second, 15th foul on the Titans. Austin Amon will check back in, the 6'3 senior out of Elk Grove Village. Joyner will trigger the inbound for the Redmond in the offensive end. Will throw it in the backcourt to Cruz. 29-24, Redmond down 5. Joyner now, bounce feed to Baltimore. Baltimore on the right block. Back out to Joyner. Joyner for 3, got it. Drew Joyner from the top of the circle for the triple, brings his team to within 2.
Baltimore also a good assist man.
Redmond now 3 for 6 shooting the 3 ball. Rose with it, driving out of the left corner. Flows it up with the right hand, no. Ball tipped right back to him. Stemple, left side. Working on Baltimore, got past Baltimore, got it down in the paint to Bausch. Bausch put it on the floor, lost it out of bounds. And they sent him one off of Derek Mason.
Okay.
So one off of Mason out of bounds. Titans to inbound right of the basket with 19 to shoot. Bausch, back to Rose, back out to Bausch, now to Stemple. Stemple gives it off to Amon. In the corner it goes. Down low, Bausch to the trailer, Burdine, and it's rejected inside. It was Baltimore got a piece of that one. Baltimore now on the drive, pulls up at the left baseline, finds Joyner, floats in the paint, ties the game at 29. All set up on the defensive end by the block. And the Redmen have come back to tie it at 29 with 6:05 to play. Now Stemple working the left side. Gets it to Bausch. Bausch now trying to look inside, broken up by Baltimore, looking for Burdine inside, and Burdine's going to come out now as they're going to bring Sebring back in along with Beasley. Ryan Case in for the first time tonight for the Redmen. Case, the 6'6 senior, replacing Stevenson. What a half for Stevenson tonight, 13 points on 5 of 8. Colin Bennett will check in, replacing Andy Stemple for Illinois Wesleyan. Titan ball left of the basket here with 17 to shoot. Get it to Sebring, back to Rose, forced it into Sebring. There was a kick. They call the case on the kick. They'll put 15 back up on the shot clock. I thought it was Sebring who kicked that ball.
So did I.
Titans will keep possession here. Bennett, jump stop to the glass, lays it up and in. What a move from the top of the circle that time by Bennett.
Cut his way through and got the layup.
31-29 Titans. Baltimore now, top of the circle, penetrates. Baltimore up with the right hand over the front of the rim and down. Changed hands that time, went left to the right, and crawled over the rim. Baltimore with 7. Rose on the near wing. Up top to Beasley. Looking inside to Sebring. Gets it back to Bennett. Bennett now to Amon. Able to cut and curl to the basket and lay it in. That's what they do offensively. They continue to curl up top and then freeze something open in the paint.
And he got that clear lane and went through.
33-31 Titans. Under 5 minutes to play. Mason from the free throw line. Tried to bank it in. No good. Ball loose inside. Picked up by Joyner, goes back up left block and lays it in. Players spilling to the floor. Mason and Beasley both hit the deck that time.
Yeah, a lot of body contact that time down.
A little give and go as they get it inside. Losing control of the basketball was Bonnet turning it over. So he ran into Mason that time on the right block. Joyner now high in the left wing. Joyner kick to the corner, and it rolls off of Case's hand out of bounds. Turnover, Redmond. Kevin Kozel will check back in for Carthage, replacing Brad Cruz. 4:20 to go here in the half. We're tied at 33. Everything that was advertised and more here tonight. And Augustana losing earlier this afternoon, so perhaps a bigger ball game for the Redmond tonight. Eyes on a conference title. Out of the corner for 3, Amon. Back rim, no. Rebound, Derek Mason for the Redmond. He'll give it up to Kozel. Kozel across midcourt to Baltimore high on the right. Now to Case, Ryan Case. Back to Baltimore. Baltimore puts it on the floor, goes up with the right hand, short. Lost control of it on the way up, and then we got a foul on Beasley with an elbow into the chest of Baltimore. Got the rebound and then stuck the wing out. As Baltimore went up with it, kind of again rolled off his hand as they battle for the rebound inside. There's the elbow right there.
Yeah, didn't know if they were going to call it because they were already going the other way with the possession of the basketball.
Tell you what, when I saw the replay, there wasn't much contact with that elbow. It just grazed Baltimore, if indeed it touched him. More of an anticipatory foul that time. 3:45 to go, tied at 33. Baltimore again driving on Beasley. Tried to kick to the corner to Kozel. He comes down with it. Kozel to Joyner. Back to Kozel, 19 to shoot. Baltimore comes up to set the ball screen on Kozel. He drives, the dish to Case. Up the left hand, he was fouled. Kozel penetrated the right side, and now Baltimore hit from behind by Bennett.
Gotta keep our head.
Let's keep Baltimore, keep your head here.
Keep cool.
Colin Bennett came back into the huddle underneath the basket and knocked Baltimore from behind. Ryan Case will go to the free throw line as he was fouled by Beasley on that left block. 2 fouls on Beasley. Team fouls even at 6. Case knocks down the front end. Ryan Case, 75% at the line this year. Bausch back in now for the Titans. Now we get everybody set on the blocks here for the second free throw by Ryan Case. And he hits. 35-33 Redmond, 3:24 to play, first half. Stevenson will check in here following the next dead ball for the Redmond. Stemple back in as well, gets it off to Bennett. Colin Bennett, inside look to Brady Rose, got past Kozel, lays it up and in.
Yep, give and go, and worked it to perfection there.
Rose with 25 the last time these two teams met. He's got 8 here in the first half. Ties the game at 35. Joyner rolls it into Case, right block, turning over Sebring and hits. Tough shot there for Ryan Case. 6'6" versus 6'8", and Case one out. Stemple between the circles, Mason on him. Gets it to Rose, left wing. Into the left corner it goes to Bennett. Bennett trying to lose Joyner. Backs it out, 10 to shoot. Inside Sebring. Missed the shot from Case. A late whistle and a foul called on Ryan Case. Well after the shot was taken and they were going for the rebound.
Boy, a lot of pushing and shoving in there. It can go either way on these fouls.
Sebring got the left hand out to shove Case away to clear himself at the left block. Sebring missing the front end of 2 here.
Good free throw shooting team too, 73%.
Sebring 84%.
Yeah.
Very rarely misses and knocks that one down. 1 for 2 that trip. 37-36 Redmond, 2:25 to go in the half. Kozel will set up the play. Stevenson back in there now for the Redmond. Joyner, feed to Case, back out to Kozel. 3 on the way, that one was flat. Deflected around, Stemple with the outlet to Rose. Rose, D'd up by Kozel. Nearly double dribbled as they get it back out to Stemple. Now to Bausch, top of the circle. Works it back to Stemple. Mason guarding him. To Bennett, Colin Bennett. Got around Joyner, hands it back to Stemple. Spinning, throws it up with the one hand, missing. Ball loose inside. Case had it, poked away, but the foul on Bausch. Case, Mason, and Stevenson all there for that rebound. It was Bausch from behind, tried to poke it out, got the arm. That'll be the 7th team foul now on the Titans, so 1 and 1 here for the Redmond. Ryan Case back at the line where he is 2 for 2 tonight, 4 points. Foul is on Bausch, his first. Case makes the front end. And the second one goes down for Ryan Case. 2 for 2 that trip. 39-36 Carthage. 1:40 to play in this first half. Stemple now around to Bausch. Hands it off to Bennett. Bennett takes the dribble back up top. Working to the left side. Now feeds Sebring. Backing down on Case. Turning on Case. Puts it up and in. Boy, tough shot there. With Ryan Case all over Sebring. Willed his way to the basket.
Yeah, couldn't defend him any better than he did.
Sebring now with 6. 39-38 Redmond. Minute 10. Nice look to Stevenson on the cut through the paint. Mason to Stevenson for the finish. Stevenson with 15 first half points. And they get it into Sebring and it crawls over the rim. Mismatch there. Mason got there first before Joyner. And somehow Sebring got that one to cry over the iron. Case, a 20-footer out of the right corner. That one's no good. Rebound Bausch. Trying to get it to Bennett. Bennett got free. Bounce feed to Sebring, and he slams it home. Two-hand flush for Sebring. Titans regain the lead, 42-41. Kozel now around to Mason. Back to Kozel. Little 2-3 zone here for the Titans after that made basket. Again, the steal by Bausch. Got in front of Mason. 3-on-1. Dumps it back to Bennett. Bennett back to Bausch. Blocked from behind by Joyner and out of bounds. Great job of recovery that time by the Redmond. It was a 3-on-1, turned into a 3-on-none. and none won out that time against the Titans. They'll get it in up top. Bausch on the drive. Dump to the corner, should be an offensive foul, and it was. Kozel taking the charge from Bausch. Well outside the restricted area. Bausch picking up his second foul here with 8.3 seconds to play. Carthage will have the final possession of the first half. Case will come out, Baltimore back in.
See if they try to go to Keegan.
Kozel will let the ball roll to midcourt. Now he'll pick it up. Final 8 seconds here. Feed to Baltimore. Baltimore reverse right side. Good. They'll get it in quickly. They still have time. Rose from half court at the buzzer. Too high off the glass. And the Redmen will take a 1-point lead into the locker room through the first 20 minutes. Keenan Baltimore able to finish off the half with a layup from the right block. And it's the Carthage Redmen 43, Illinois Wesleyan Titans 42. We'll pause, take a 2-minute break. Back with our halftime programming after this on 1050 WLIP. Keenan Baltimore's basket in the final seconds of this first half give the Redmen a 43-42 lead here at the end of the first 20 minutes. It was a nip and tuck affair right through the first 10 minutes of this one here in this first half. Redmen took a 21-20 lead on a Mike Stevenson jumper, his 13th point of the night, at the 9:52 mark, but then a 7-0 run by the Titans. Alec Bausch with a layup. Andy Stemple with a three-pointer. And a Brady Rose jumper, and the Titans had their largest lead of the game at 6, 27-21, but the Redmen battled back. Keenan Baltimore hit a three-pointer, that cut it to 3, 27-24. After a pair of Stemple free throws, built the lead back to 5. Drew Joyner hit a three-pointer, that cut it to 2. Burdine missed a layup. Joyner got the rebound and ended up with the layup the other side on a nice assist from Keenan Baltimore that tied the game at 29. Titans would regain the lead 31-29 and again 33-31 on a Bennett layup and an Amon layup. And Carthage again would battle back, jump out to a 2-point lead. Ryan Case, a jump shot that went down, 37-35 the score at that point. Teams traded baskets down the stretch, and after Bausch turned it over with 8 seconds left, committing a foul on a charge taken by Kozel. That gave the Redmen the final possession. And it was Keenan Baltimore coming in at that point for Ryan Case, and Kozel picked up the ball at midcourt, found Baltimore on the left block, and the reverse layup from the right side provided our margin here at 43-42. As we look inside the numbers here in this first half, the Redmen 55% from the field, 16 of 29. Carthage 3 for 7 shooting the 3 ball and made all 8 of their free throws. Can't remember a finer half, or at least a finer first half, by the senior Mike Stevenson. The senior out of Wilmot High School, 15 points in that first half to lead all scores. Stevenson was 6 of 9 from the field, including a 3-pointer. Made a pair of free throws as well. 15 minutes of play, 15 points for Mike Stevenson, the only player in double figures for the Redmen. Keenan Baltimore finished the half with 9 on 4 of 7 from the field, including a 3-pointer. 7 points for Drew Joyner. Joyner off the bench going 3 for 3, including a 3-pointer. Ryan Case a good half off the bench as well. Case 1 for 2 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, finishing with 6 points. Brad Perry with 6 on 2 of 3 shooting in that first half. Jordan Thomas, Kevin Kozel, Derek Mason, and Mike Keltson played, did not score for the Redmen in that first half. Again, Carthage 55% from the field in that first half. Illinois Wesleyan just as strong, 56% from the field, 18 of 32. They were 2 of 6 from three-point range and 4 of 5 from the line. Andy Stemple and Trevor Sebring, your leading scorers for the Titans in that first half. Stemple with 11, 4 of 7 from the field, including a 3-pointer. Sebring also 4 of 7 from the field, but he was 2 of 3 from the line. 11 and 10 for Stemple and Sebring. 8 points for Brady Rose. Rose 4 for 7. Alec Bausch with 7, 3 of 4, including a 3-pointer. He opened up the ball game with a 3-pointer. Colin Bennett with 4. Austin Amon with 2. Nick Coleman, Jalen Beasley, and Tyler Burdine played, did not score for the Titans. Carthage a +1 on the glass through the first half, 14-13 rebounding advantage. Each team with 4 on the offensive glass. Leading rebounder for the Redmen was Brad Perry with 6, 3 each on the offensive defensive end. Leading rebounder for the Titans was Bausch with 3. Turnovers, Carthage with 6. That only led to 2 Illinois Wesleyan points. Wesleyan turned it over 5 times, leading to 6 Carthage points. Points in the paint, Carthage outscored Illinois Wesleyan 22-20. Bench scoring, the Redmen outscoring the Titan bench 22-2 in that first half of play. The score was tied 11 times, and there were 9 lead changes. Illinois Wesleyan led by as many as 6. That came at the midway point. Carthage an early 4-point lead in the first half, their largest margin so far, 43-42 in favor of the Redmen.
Yeah, so the first thing I circled was all the contributions the Redmen got from the bench, 22-2. So let's hope that keeps up in the second half.
Stevenson red hot as well. I can't remember a half of play. I saw Stevenson emotionally and his intensity level, his emotion level, all at a high level right from the get-go tonight.
Yeah, he needed a good game, a good solid game, and so far he's had that, John, and we haven't seen that out of him the last 3 weeks. Averaging
16 a game, he already has 15 tonight. On the other side, Trevor Sebring with 10, Andy Stemple with 11. Sebring looks pretty good. Again, missed a couple of games, is not quite 100% with a back injury, but looked pretty limber out there in that first half.
He sure did. He was moving pretty well to the basket when they give him the ball.
43-42, Redmen by 1 here at the half. One final already in from this afternoon. Augustana losing on the road to Carroll, 75-70, the final in that contest. Halftime in Naperville, North Central leading Elmhurst 44-31. Also just underway second half down in Wheaton, the Thunder leading North Park 48-37. Milliken on the bye this weekend, so they are idle. But again, a lot at stake here for both North Park and Carthage tonight, with Augustana losing on the road to Carroll.
Yeah, sure is, John. Exciting times.
As any given night in this CCIW, so should be interesting here. And again, the key part about this ball game, Carthage didn't show up in the regional rankings this week, the first of 3 that will be released by the NCAA. I imagine the winner of this game going to anchor themselves a little bit higher in that regional ranking. Again, they were probably just behind Illinois Wesleyan, I think was 7th or 8th in the region, so Carthage sitting in that 9th spot, but a win here tonight by Carthage, and they could climb up a little bit in the regional rankings. And again, why is that important at this stage? Well, again, you get your automatic qualifiers into the NCAA Division III tournament, but there's also several at-large bids that go out. So you've got to look at that Pool C contention, which are teams that didn't win their tournament, but where are they ranked in their region? How did they do against regional opponents? What is their regional record and their strength of schedule?
And all looking very good for the Carthage Redmen.
Well, so far, so good for Carthage. They're up 43-42. Redmond will be back home here on Wednesday night, taking on North Central College. The Cardinals come calling on the 15th. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip. We will be with you at 6:45 for the broadcast here from the Tarble Arena on Wednesday. Then we head down Saturday to Milliken for a doubleheader. The Redmen will take on the Big Blue, Matt Nadelhofer's squad. A 7 o'clock tip from Decatur. We will have that broadcast for you as well. And then the Redmen will wrap up the regular season here on Tuesday night, February 21st, inside the Tarble Arena, taking on the Wheaton Thunder. So you look at that schedule and you say, well, you get this one tonight. They have the favorable schedule out of the contenders in the league right now, with Augustana having to finish their final 2 on the road. 43-42, Carthage up by 1 here at the half. Earlier today, the first game of our doubleheader, it was not much of a contest. The Lady Reds turned the ball over 30 times in falling to Illinois Wesleyan, 80-49. The final score in that one, the second lowest point total for the Lady Reds this year. 4 players in double figures for the Lady Titans, led by Erisman with 16, Merritt with 15, 12 for Schneider, and 11 for McGraw. Reds had only 2 players in double figures, Rachel Zidlowski with 12, and Maddie Kelber with 10. With the loss, the Lady Reds now at 6-7 on the season in the conference play, in 5th place, and they're a full 3 games now behind Augustana with 3 to play. So they need some help. They've got to win out all 3 of their games remaining on the road for the Lady Reds. So they've got some work to do. They're at North Park on Wednesday, in Decatur on Saturday, and then on Tuesday night they will wrap up the season in Waukesha at Carroll. 43-42, Redmond on top of Illinois Wesleyan after 1. We will pause, take a 60 break. Back with the start of our second half after this on 1050 WLIP. 43-42, Redmond with the 1-point lead. Keenan Baltimore's basket as time expired here in the first half. The difference in this one. So what are we looking for here in this second half for this Redmond team?
I think to continue to do what they did in the first half. It was very successful. rotate between Perry and Baltimore. I think Perry creates a lot of mismatches when he's in there, but Keegan, he's a little bit quicker. So, and I like when Bosco had both of them in there at the same time.
Stevenson quite a first half, 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Titans have to find a way to try and control him. And for the Redmen, I think they've got to get back to business here and look for the Titans to go back inside on Sebring. Sebring with 10 first half points. So we'll see how that shapes up. Brad Perry expected to start this second half. Looks like it'll be the starting 5 for the Redmen at least to get things going here in this second half. Thomas, Kozel, Stevenson, Cruz, and Perry. See if Ron Rose responds with his 5 of Stemple, Bonnet, Rose, Bosch, and Sebring. Second matchup of the year between these two. Illinois Wesleyan winning the first matchup in Bloomington back in January, 77-74. Redmond actually had a chance late. They had to burn their final 2 timeouts to get the ball in and missed a 3-point shot, a foul on the rebound with under 2 seconds left. Titans went 1 for 2 at that line. They missed the back end of the bonus. And Cruz got a rebound, but with no timeout, didn't have a chance to try and draw up a play. Titans will get the ball to start this second half. They'll go left to right. Bonnet gets it off to Stemple. Top of the circle, Bausch, backdoor to Rose. Rose going high off the glass, count it, and 1. Once again, they lost track of Brady Rose. He inbounded the ball and then immediately cut toward the right corner. Brad Perry picks up the foul, his second.
Yeah, they run that back door very well.
Kozel having to leave the court here. I'm not sure what's up with that, as Drew Joyner has to check in here. Not sure what happened there, but Kozel exiting. Foul trouble now. Coleman, Beasley, and Bosch each with 2. Perry picks up his 3rd. Cruz with 2. The only players in foul trouble for the Redmen. Now a little bit of pressure here in the back court. And now they'll back it off. 3-point play gives Wesleyan the 2-point lead. Stevenson now gets it off to Joyner. Joyner on the left wing, feeds Perry inside, weaves his way around, lays it up from the right block. Bonnet ran into Perry, no call, ball loose. Cruz picks it up, races it out to Thomas. Thomas dumps it back to Stevenson, wasn't ready for it. It's loose on the floor, and then it's taken back by Cruz as Bonnet couldn't gather it in. It's right at middle court. Bonnet was prone on the court trying to gather it in, and Cruz was able to pick it up. Thomas now to Stevenson, around to Cruz once again. Cruz bumped from behind, lost the rhythm on his dribble. 9 to shoot. Redmond got to get going here. Cruz all the way around, going up the right side, lays it up and in. 47-45 Redmond.
Tough shot by Cruz that time.
Bonnet back out to Rose. Rose into the corner, Stemple all alone. Air ball miss. Stevenson collects it on the left block, and that'll get the student section chanting here.
Yes, it will.
Thomas high on the left, gets it off to Perry. Perry to Cruz high on the right. Gets it off to Thomas. Stevenson looks inside Perry. Perry working on Sebring, back out to Cruz for 3. Skips off the rim, no good. Sebring able to collect the rebound. 2 minutes into our second half, Redmond up 2. Again, Rose going hard to the basket, count it, and the foul.
Could be on Perry.
Nope, it's going to go on Joyner.
Good.
Drew Joyner picking up his first, second team foul, and Rose back to the line for the 3-point play. Rose quickly with 13 now.
A quiet 13.
And Brady makes the free throw, breaks the tie, 48-47 Titans. And I don't see Kozel on the bench. He ran off toward the locker room. Not sure what that was about.
Yeah, I never saw what had happened.
Stevenson inside to Perry, blocked from behind, gathered it back in, missed it again. He was hammered twice across the arm, no call.
You got to call those in close games like this.
Bausch for three, that one is short. Rebound to Thomas at the free throw line. He'll take it across midcourt. Gives it back to Cruz. Cruz will play point now with Kozel somewhere on the sideline here. Joyner with the run up with the left hand. Oh, got to the basket and couldn't finish. Fell off the rim. Bonnet down the other way. Gets it back to Rose, now to Sebring up top. Back to Rose at the center circle. Bausch, free throw line jumper. Rattles off, no good. Stevenson able to clear the board. Bausch left open twice, missing 2 open shots.
Yeah, and that bothers me because he's not gonna miss them always if he's open.
Thomas for three, that one rolled out. We got a battle for the rebound, and Stevenson got position inside and was fouled. Trying to punch it back out on the miss by Thomas. Bausch picks up the foul. That's his third. That'll get Beasley into the game now for the Titans, replacing Bausch, who leaves with 3 fouls. Kozel back on the bench. I'm not sure if he got hurt or...
Looks like he was working with his hand a little bit.
Okay. I know he's had that elbow in a compression sleeve all season. Not sure if he dinged that up on that first set or not, but he's back on the bench sitting with the Redmen here. As Cruz now to Perry. Gets it off to Joyner. Back to Cruz. Into Perry, backing down, turns on the left block, shot short. Joyner trying to keep it alive, tipped it to himself, but lost it as it came down in the hands of Stemple. Clears it out to Bonnet, now to Beasley. 48-47 Titans. Stemple out of the right corner. Lost Cruz. Cruz got back to recover defensively, got a hand in his face, altered the shot as Joyner pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, good job. They're playing good defense so far in this second half.
Joyner into Stemple, rolls it into Stevenson, backing down on Beasley, fades from the free throw line. That one was way off that time, and then cleared out of there by Bonnet. Quickly to Rose. Stevenson got a body into Rose, put him on the floor, and make Brady earn it at the free throw line.
Yeah, good hard foul.
Stevenson picks up his second. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Redmen. Carthage will take a timeout. 30-second timeout taken by the Redmen. And it comes with 15:51 to go here in this second half. 48-47 in favor of the Titans. Redmen 2 for 9 here in this second half. The Titans 2 for 7. Both teams combined 0 for 3 from behind the arc. Wheaton leading North Park 53-42 in the second half. Still at the half, North Central on top of Elmhurst 44-31. Kozel still working over there with the trainer.
Yeah.
Zach Tabb still working with him, one of the athletic trainers for the Redmen. Rose at the free throw line for 2, able to knock the first one in. 88% from the line, one of 4 players 80% or better on this Titan team as that one honeycombs its way through. 50-47 now in favor of the Titans. Cruz kick to Joyner on the right wing, back up top to Cruz. Around to Joyner. Again, a zone defense here by the Titans. They get it to Stevenson from the free throw line. His shot no good. Beasley able to get inside. Mason for the rebound. We've gone 3 minutes without a field goal here as Rose will pull up short. Ball fell off the rim. Stevenson had it, lost it. Perry comes away with it. Able to take it away from Burdine, who just checked in following the timeout. Again, 2-3 zone here by the Titans. Mason will shoot over the zone for 3. That skips out. Stevenson inside for the rebound, was bumped by Beasley, and the foul called. Beasley with the body foul. Yep. That's his third.
On the floor, though.
So Beasley and Sebring each with 3 now for the Titans.
That's huge.
Redmond get it into Stevenson. He'll hand it back to Cruz. Cruz will pull it all the way back up top. Brad Cruz playing point. Kozel on the bench. Got hurt in the very first set here in this second half as turnaround shot by Perry. The hook shot wouldn't go as he was bothered by Burdine. Rebound Beasley clears it out to Rose. Rose to Burnett for three. Got it. Colin Burnett, a deep three off the left wing. And they're back their largest lead now at 6 for the second time tonight. 53-47 Titans.
Yeah, they pushed the ball up quickly that time to set that play up.
Perry to Mason. Straight on three by Cruz. That's good. Brad Cruz with the straight on three. He's got 5 tonight. 53-50 Titans. A little bit of pressure here by the Redmen. Able to break it. Rose, 3 over Stevenson. Rattles out, no good. Perry with the rebound. 1 for 3, shooting the 3 in the second half. Just 3 of 9 so far in the ball game for the Titans. Joyner with it, driving out of the left corner. Gets to the paint, reverse layup, good. Drove in from the left side. Got past the Coleman and Beasley that time, reversing the layup. Deep 3 again by Burnett. Left wide open.
Can't leave him open, we said that.
Another 3 for Burnett. He now has 10. 56-52. 4-point Titan lead. Joyner now high on the right to Perry. Around to Cruz. Inside Stevenson. Got away from Beasley. Bumped twice. Missed. Perry on the follow-up. Was fouled to the basket. He'll go to the free throw line. Shoot a pair.
I don't know if Brad knew. It's almost like he wanted to try to jam the ball down, and at the last minute was going to try to just drop it through.
Foul on Burdine. That is his first. Team fouls even now at 3. Brad Perry on the free throw line for the Redmen. Makes the front end. Perry 61% coming in. Made 3 here tonight. Austin Amon in now for the Titans. Trevor Sebring also back in there as Perry's second free throw is off the heel, no good. Beasley with the rebound. 56-53 Illinois Wesleyan. 13:20 to go. Beasley now to Amon. Gets it back to Sebring. Now around to Stemple. Stemple trying to lose Joyner. Good recovery by Joyner that time to cut him off at the baseline. Now back up to Beasley. Gets it around to Coleman. 10 to shoot here, and then we got a moving screen on Stemple. Put the shoulder, trying to lose Joyner that time. And Stemple picks up the foul, his first. 4th team foul on Illinois Wesleyan. Redmond will bring it up from the back court. Carthage 4 for 15 here in the second half. Illinois Wesleyan 4 for 11. Stevenson looking for Perry into a triple team. It was broken up from behind by Coleman. Back come the Titans. Amon with it now to Sebring. Back to Stemple on the left wing, guarded by Joyner. Rolls it to Beasley, working on Stevenson on left block, nearly traveled. Gets it back out to Stemple, now around to Amon. Inside right block, Sebring backing down on Perry. Spins, flips it up, bothered by Perry. Got a piece of it, I believe, as it slid off the backboard. And Kozel back in there now for the Redmen.
Good physical block that time by Perry.
Kozel threw it away. Bad pass for Joyner, stolen by Stemple. 2-on-1 to Coleman. He'll finish up the left side. Lead back to 5 here for the Titans, 58-53. 8 minutes into our second half. Keenan Baltimore and Brad Cruz to check in. Next dead ball for the Redmen. Mason high on the right. Trying to lose Amon. Now gets it to Stevenson. Left side, Kozel for 3. In and out. Battle for the ball inside. Taken away by the Titans and Stemple. Ball halfway down, and now Joyner with just a reach foul on the drive by Stemple.
Trying to slow him down.
Joyner picks up his second. Team fouls even at 4 as Keenan Baltimore and Brad Cruz come back in, replacing Stevenson and Kozel for the Redmen. Check that. Is it gonna be Kozel or is it gonna be Mason? Mason coming out. Side out here for the Titans. Stemple to trigger to Coleman. Up top to Amon, guarded by Joyner. Left side it goes Stemple. Coleman for three, back iron missed. Joyner able to flag down the rebound at the top circle. Gets it to Kozel. Kozel works it across this timeline. Redmond down 5, 11 and a half minutes to play. Baltimore with it. Top of the circle facing Beasley. Dishes it to Kozel, 13 to shoot. Coleman bothering Kozel, gets it off to Cruz. Cruz now got a screen from Baltimore, gets it off to Perry, who was fouled on the floor as he received that pass in the paint. Stemple with the foul, picks up his second. Held up Perry that time, reaching in trying to deny that pass.
Yeah, they double him up every time he gets the ball.
Baltimore backing down on the left block on Beasley. Turn, jump stop, curls off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, Cruz going over the back of Sebring. Brad Cruz picking up his third foul. So Cruz and Perry each with 3 now for the Redmen. Brady Rose and Alex Bausch in now for the Titans. Also Bennett back in there for the Titans. 9 minutes into our second half. 58-53 Titans. Bausch works it off to Stemple. Give and go back to Bausch. Look what I found. The old give and go feed that time on the cut to the basket. Bausch able to finish. Biggest lead now at 7 for the Titans.
Big possession here for the Redmen.
Baltimore for 3. That's off, no good. Rebound Stemple. Puts it down, palmed the basketball, and the call was made.
Yes.
Got to center court. That ball came up quick on him. Got the dribble, got the hand underneath it. And the palming violation. Stevenson in for Perry for the Redmen. 10 and a half minutes to play. 7-point game. Entertaining game tonight.
Yes, very.
Kozel across midcourt. Gets it off to Joyner high in the right. Works it off to Stevenson, backing down, now facing Bausch on the right block, spinning, going hard off the glass and down. First points of the second half for Stevenson. He now has 17.
Here comes that pressure now by the Redmen.
They'll pick up a little bit of pressure here. Midcourt now, they'll back it off. Deficit at 5 here for Carthage, under 10 minutes to play. Stemple gets it off to Rose. Now to Bennett on the left elbow. Back up top to Rose, takes the dribble around to the right side. Lost Stevenson, gets to the basket, lays it up with the left hand. Collision inside. Rose hit the deck, and the foul on the Redmen. And Keenan Baltimore, I believe, is the guilty party.
Yes, I can tell.
After the follow through off the drive, Rose thought, or I should say Baltimore thought he had his feet planted. It's the 6th team foul on the Redmen, puts an 80% free throw shooter on the line in Brady Rose. Rose with 8 points in the first half, already 8 here in the second half for a total of 16, make it 17 as he connects at the line. Second one on the way, good, 2 for 2. 62-55, 7-point advantage here for the Titans. 9:40 to play. Kozel gets it off to Cruz. Cruz back to Stevenson, reversing left side to Joyner. Stevenson sets the ball screen, Joyner drives by, contact and a foul on the Titans as Joyner hit the deck that time, driving the basket. Foul's going to go on Rose, that is his second.
Go to the line to shoot 2.
This will put Drew Joyner on the free throw line for the Redmen. First trip to the line tonight for Joyner. Drops in the first. Drew Joyner out of Centennial, Colorado. 66% from the line this year. Makes them both. 11 points on the night now for Joyner. Deficit is 5 once again. Rose behind the back dribble, trying to lose Kozel. Now steps up, fires the 3 and hits. A fade three on Stevenson with a hand in his face. Rose starting to take over the ball game here.
He sure is, John.
Colzel now works it off to Cruz. Cruz on the drive. We got a whistle and a palming violation on Brad Cruz. Turning it over. 4th turnover of the second half, 10th in the ball game for the Redmen. We go under 9 minutes to play. Chance to go up by 9 or more. And what do we got? A foul inside. Keenan Baltimore again battling Sebring inside, and Baltimore picks up his 3rd. This is where I get upset with Keenan's play. He lets all this stuff get in his mind. He wants to, gets tangled up. And he's always got that stink eye look every time he commits a foul, and lucky there, Sebring missed the front end of the bonus. Carthage gets the rebound. 64-57. Cruz back to Stevenson, up for the 3, barely drew iron, but Joyner there with an offensive rebound will dribble it out of traffic, set it up for the Redmen. Titans back to man here. They've been zoned a couple of trips here, but gone back to the man. Stevenson now around to Joyner on the left wing. Gets it to Colzel in the left corner. Back to Baltimore. He's triple teamed, got stripped by the ball, and a foul called on the reach inside by Bennett. Colin Bennett, his first foul. Now the Redmen in the bonus. Each team with 7 team fouls, as Jordan Thomas will replace Kevin Colzel here. And Baltimore at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. And connects his first point here of the second half. Baltimore now with 10, and what do we have?
Timeout.
Timeout taken by the Titans, a 30-second timeout. Be Baltimore back at the line for his final free throw after this timeout. Titans 7 of 16 in the second half for the game, 25 of 48, 52%. Redmen 5 for 20 from the field in the second half for the game, 21 of 49. Redmen are 1 for 7 shooting the 3 here in the second half. Only 4 made threes. Redmen coming in, averaging 6 made threes per game. Stevenson for 17, Joyner with 11, Baltimore with 10 for the Redmen. Brady Rose, 20 points, 12 here in the second half. Made all 6 of his free throws. Final cleanup here for Keenan Baltimore, the freshman out of Zion. And delivers. 2 for 2 that trip. Makes it a 5-point game again, 64-59, 8:15 to play. Stemple, Bausch, Bennett try to get it inside to Rose, and the foul by Joyner, and this will put Rose back at the line shooting the 1-and-1.
Good idea, just got a little bit of the body when he tried to knock it away.
So Joyner, Cruz, and Baltimore all with 3 fouls. Bausch with 3. With Coleman also on the bench with 3 for the, or Beasley I should say, on the bench with 3. Rose hits both free throws. Nearly automatic. He's 8 for 8 now at the line here in the second half. Did not get to the free throw line in that first half. Baltimore now on the drive, the bump by Sebring and the foul. Baltimore got that pass at the top of the circle, then put it on the floor for the drive. Got bumped by Sebring. Second on Sebring, and Baltimore on the line for the 1-and-1.
One thing about Keenan, if he gets an opening, he's gonna drive to the hoop.
He connects. Taping up Drew Joyner. It looked like he opened up a cut on his arm. That was the delay there. Zach Tabbs, our athletic trainer, right on the spot there. Get that taken care of. Baltimore nails the free throw again. 4 for 4 from the line tonight for Keenan Baltimore. He's got 13 points. Need a stop here. Rose on the drive, the kick to the corner, the open three, in and out. Bennett's three did not go down. Joyner with the rebound to Cruz.
Well, here's where we got to cut it down now.
Jordan Thomas got it to Stevenson, nearly stolen by Bausch. Stevenson now back out to Thomas. Thomas dribbles, creates a shot left to the free throw line, missed it. Ball loose, picked up by Bennett. 3-on-1, make it a 4-on-1, back the other way, and Bausch able to finish off the Stemple assist. Laid back out to 7 there. At the fast break points, 7-0 now. Titans on fast break. Now Stevenson got away from Bausch and will lay it up from the right side. Once again cuts it to 5. Stevenson with 19 tonight. Just his 4th point here after intermission. Under 7 minutes to play. Stemple now with the run up right side. Good, got away from Joyner. Stemple with 13. Cruz now works it off to Thomas. Back up top to Joyner. Joyner gave up the dribble. Now gets it off to Stevenson, right of the free throw line. Stevenson will shoot the jumper there, an air ball miss. Tried to run in and save it. He crashed into the standard behind the basket, jamming that right shoulder. Brad Perry going to check in now for the Redmen. Coleman and back in now, Coleman and Burdine. Brady Rose will get a breather. Rose with 14 second half points, total of 22 on the night. Impressed with his play here tonight. He has taken this game over.
Yep. Got Perry back in there, try to prevent some of that low post play.
Bausch up top. Hey, you got to hand it to the Titans. They found a way here.
Yes, they have.
Pick apart, and that's one of them. The three-point shot up and in for Coleman. Nick Coleman tonight. His first made 3. 1 for 2 from behind the arc. He's got 7. And then the pass nearly thrown away. Bennett deflected it out of bounds. Largest lead of the game at 9 here for Illinois Wesleyan with 6 minutes to play. See if the Redmen can battle back here. And deficits have not been a problem for the Redmen. They were down 21 against Elmhurst, winning that game in overtime. They were down late against North Park and came back in double overtime. And they trailed late in the game against Augustana and found a way to get back into that one to force overtime and win. Foul was on Bennett. Cruz missing a free throw. Rebound Bausch. Oh, an opportunity there wasted for the Redmen. Chance to go up double digits here for the Titans. Stemple back out to Coleman. He thought about it to Bausch, who also thought about it. Got it back to Bennett. Now Coleman with it. Works it into Bausch. Back out to Coleman for 3. No. Follow up by Burdine goes in, and the foul on Perry. 3-point play coming up. What a play by Burdine.
Wow.
Tyler Burdine, the 6'9 junior, crashing the offensive glass, able to get the tip in and the foul. And the Titans now up by 11, chance to go up by 12. A timeout taken by the Redmen. 5.5 minutes to go here in this one. And it's 11 or a 12-point lead, depending on the free throw here, as Brad Perry picks up foul number 4. Again, Perry getting attacked here, and credit the Titans going right at Brad Perry. So Tyler Burdine with a chance to go for a 3-point play and open up double digits lead here on the Redmen. They have outscored Carthage 32-20 here in this second half. North Central up on top of Elmhurst 79-48, just under 8 minutes to play. North Park has battled back. They've cut that to single-digit deficit, under a minute to go in that one. And Augustana already losing in Waukesha tonight. Redmen in some trouble here, down 11, quite possibly down 12 here on the Burdine free throw. No good. Perry remains in there. He collects the rebound. Yeah, the Redmen have battled back from deficits before. Cruz up top, working on Bennett with the dribble. Now gets it to Joyner. Not much movement here on offense by the Redmen. Shot clock already down under 10. Trying to get into Baltimore, and he was fouled from behind by Bausch. Bausch will pick up foul number 4, and that's the 10th team foul on Illinois Wesleyan, so 2 free throws here for Keenan Baltimore.
Keenan's a creator too. He can get the other team, the opposing team, to foul him. Does a good job with that.
Makes the free throw. He's been perfect tonight from the line. 14 points tonight for Keenan Baltimore. Bausch with 4, Beasley with 3, who's back in there now, along with Sebring, as Burdine and Bausch will sit down. But how about that 3-point play by Burdine? That might be the play of the game right there. Baltimore hits both free throws. 74-65. Redmen trail here as we approach 5 minutes to play.
Press.
Carthage pressing here. Beasley stranded at midcourt. Now gets it away to Stemple. Stemple hands it back. Coleman. Flip to the corner to Stemple again. Driving in from the left side to Beasley. Back around to Bennett. Bennett got penetration, missed the shot. Second effort, no good. Ball tipped up in the air. Cruz comes down with it. Good defense there by the Redmen. Now Cruz with it. Works it off to Jordan Thomas. Thomas on the drive. Back out to Perry. Contact in the paint. They'll call the offensive foul on Thomas. Out of control, driving out of the left corner that time.
Yep. Titans, they stood their ground there and they created it.
So the foul on Thomas, his first. Each team in the double bonus now the rest of the way out. 4.5 minutes to play. Redmen down 9. Bennett with it. Gets it into Rose, poked away by Baltimore. Rose still got the shot away, missed. Rebound inside by Perry. Thomas across midcourt. Gets it to Baltimore right corner. Driving out of the right corner. Baltimore lost control, picked it back up. Kick to Joyner. Back up top to Thomas. Thomas works it right side to Cruz. Beasley out on him, now to Baltimore. Baltimore driving, was fouled. Oh, and it fell off. It hit the front of the rim, landed on the heel, and fell off to the left. Could have been a 3-point play attempt here for Baltimore. As it is, he'll get to the line for 2. Beasley picking up his 4th. Baltimore rattles it in. Touched every part of the rim and then fell through for Keenan Baltimore. Stevenson and Keltson in, replacing Joyner and Thomas. Also Kozel back in. So Stevenson, Kozel, and Keltson in. Perry and Thomas going out as Baltimore again hits the second free throw. 17 off the bench tonight for Keenan Baltimore. It's a 7-point game. Again, the Redmen trying to trap here in the back court. They get it away now. Sebring in the right corner. Gets it back up top to Bennett. Bennett out, heels just short of the center circle. Bennett, head and shoulder fake, gets to the rim, laid it short, got bailed out by a foul call. Soft foul there. The official up top making the call. The other 2 let it go. Colin Bennett at the line shooting 2. That's 4 now on Keenan Baltimore. Bennett knocks down the free throw. First attempt at the line tonight for Bennett. Five players in double figures for the Titans tonight, led by Rose with 22. Bennett hits both free throws. Lead back to 9 here, 3.5 minutes to go. Keltson now around to Kozel. Gets it back to Keltson, to Kozel, top of the circle. To Stevenson, left block, back out to Cruz, back to Stevenson, left corner three, got it. Mike Stevenson for the triple, cuts it to 6. Now you need a stop. Redmond pressing, they nearly throw it away. Stemple able to gather it back in. Gets it off to Bennett for 3. He answers. Clutch basket by Colin Bennett. Boy, Bennett tonight 3 for 5 behind the arc, 15 points.
Excellent ball movement all night by the Titans.
Now Baltimore, left-hand layup, fell short, ball loose. He was contact on the way to the basket. They let that one go. Well, 2.5 to play, a chance to really hurt the Redmen here on this possession.
And take some time probably.
Make it a 4-possession game with less than 2:25 to play. Rose for 3, got it. And he poses at the top of the circle. Don't need that crap.
Yep.
You want to make the 3, act like you've been there before.
Exactly.
Rose for 25, builds out a 12-point lead with 2:15 to play. Well, as I said, the Redmen are the comeback kids here in the CCIW. Kozel penetrates, can't get it to fall, but Bausch with the rebound, maybe not tonight. Another big possession here. Bausch having trouble up top, tried to get it inside, broken up that time. Baltimore with the steal, but was tipped from behind and brought back by Stemple. And Stemple fouled in the backcourt with 1:47 to play. And that'll be 5 on Keenan Baltimore.
Yep.
And he will exit fouling out with 17 points tonight. For Baltimore, that is his 6th foul out of the season. Stemple will go to the line, shooting 2. Makes the front end. Well, you go back to Stemple's, or I should say Bennett's 3, after you cut it to 6.
Yep.
And his 3-point basket with just under 3 minutes left brought it back out to 9. That was the heartbreaker there. You thought you had a little bit of a comeback left in you on the Stevenson 3, but the Titans persevered here as Stemple collects a pair of free throws. Up 14 with 1:45 to play. This will be a huge win for Illinois Wesleyan and a crushing loss for the Redmen with an opportunity to get to Augustana, at least cut it and get there. North Park was losing to Wheaton. That may have gone final. And it has. Wheaton has defeated North Park 70-67. So the foul on Bausch, he is done. He is fouled out. So put Stevenson on the line with 1:37 to play. Now after playing 3 straight overtime games and overcoming double-digit deficits in the second half, the Redmen finally ran out of rosary beads. Stevenson fouled on that 3-point attempt, hits the first 2. And the third one goes down. 3 for 3 that trip, 25 tonight, matching Brady Rose for game-high honors. Redmond looking to press here in the backcourt. Bennett able to clear, gets it to Amon. Now back to Rose, now back to Amon. 1:25 to go. What was your opportunity there? Stemple now penetrates, dumps it down low, and the finish by Sebring. That'll put the nail down the coffin.
That's pretty much it.
86-73 with 1:05 to go. Mason on the drive will count it. Foul to get to the line to shoot the and one. Well, an opportunity for the Redmen goes by the wayside, but they're still in contention for a playoff berth in the conference tournament. despite Wesleyan winning the season series here. They'll fall into a tie with the Redmen. As they'll each be 8-5. North Park also 8-5, but Carthage in a three-way would have a tiebreaker on Illinois Wesleyan by having swept North Park. Stemple now, cross midcourt. Sebring will pull it back out. Good ball movement here as they four-corner it. Rose with 25 tonight, 17 here in the second half, and now the Redmen forced a foul with 53 seconds left. It'll put Stemple on the line. Well, a big, big victory on the road. Road wins in this league are so tough to get. And Wesleyan has swept this season series from the Redmen tonight with this win. Eamon in for Sebring. Sebring with 12 points tonight. Mason in for Kozel here. Second free throw good. 88-76, 52 seconds to play. Cruz inside Stevenson trying to finish. He was hammered hard by Eamon.
Yep, they haven't given up.
So attacking the basket here at least gets to the free throw line. Chance to score points with no time running on the clock.
Right, stop that clock.
And hits both. He needs some help here. Got to try and get a steal in the backcourt. Almost got a tie up. They do get it across. Burnett underneath to Sebring. He'll lay it up and in. 90-78. 35 seconds to go. It's all over but the shouting. Cruz for three. That's no good. Rebound. Coleman. Get it across to Stemple. Gets it to Brady Rose. Brady Rose the man tonight. 17 second half points. Finished the game with 25. And they'll just roll out the clock. Handshakes all around. 90-78 is your score here tonight in a log jam in the CCIW. Three teams at 8-5. North Central 8-6. Carroll and Wheaton at 7-6. All behind Augustana now, as this has gone final. A huge road win for Illinois Wesleyan. Give them the props. They took the long bus drive up and they controlled the Redmen here in the second half as they shut down Carthage to the tune of 48-35 here in the second half and defeat Carthage 90-78. We'll pause to take a 2-minute break. Back to run the numbers here and visit with Bosco Jurakovic. All that coming up in our post game right after this 2-minute timeout on 1050 WLIP. Well, the Redmen were trying for their 4th straight comeback win here tonight, but they came up short. Just ran out of time and fell to the Illinois Wesleyan Titans tonight by a score of 90-78. Redmen took a very early lead here. They had the lead at the half, 43 to 42, and extended that lead out to 47-45 on a Brad Cruz layup early in the second half. But a Brady Rose 3-point play on a Drew Joyner foul, that gave the Titans the lead at 48-47, and a lead they would not relinquish the rest of the way, as they went on a 7-0 run that opened up a 53-47 lead. Carthage would get no closer than 3 the rest of the way. A Brad Cruz 3-pointer at that point made it 53-50. They extended the lead out to 68-61 on an Alec Bausch layup with 7:24 to play. And then the lead reached 9 on a Nick Coleman jumper at 72-63. Carthage had an opportunity to get back into this ball game, and I go back to the turning point of the game was the Mike Stevenson 3-pointer. That made it 76-70. The Redmen started to press, and then Colin Bennett hit that 3-pointer in the right corner almost immediately off the breakout, off the press. That built the lead back to 9, and the Redmen would not get any closer in the final stretch here. Rose with a 3-pointer, that made it 82-70. That, for all intents and purposes, might have been the nail in the coffin, as Carthage did battle back, however, down the stretch in the final 3 minutes here, actually final 2 minutes, made it rather interesting, down to 10. Derek Mason a 3-point play, but really the Redmen needed to get steals off the inbound, could not. They were forced to foul, and again, credit the Titans tonight at the free throw line, particularly here in the second half. They were just 4 of 5 in the first half. In the second half, they go 14 of 16 from the stripe. Brady Rose was 17 second half points, finished with 25 tonight to lead the way for the Titans. Redmen just did not have an answer for him in the second half after pretty much keeping him in check in the first half. Rose was 4 of 7 and 8 points in that first half, Dick.
Yeah, I mean, he just took over in the second half. I mean, that's what you look for. You can look for a player to take over, and he did. I mean, 8 for 8 from the free throw line also.
Colin Bennett also with 11 points in the second half, finishing with 15, but it was that 3 in the right corner. If the Redmen cut it to 6, you thought, well, maybe the comeback was on, but you get a stop on the other end and get the ball back, but it never got to that point, as the Titans were able to answer with a 3 of their own and extend the lead and go on to win by 12 here tonight, 90-78, your final score. Final numbers here in the second half. The Redmen, again, credit the Titan defense. They held the Redmen to just 28% here in the second half. Redmen were 8 for 28 from the field in the second half, only 2 of 9 shooting the 3 in the second half. For the game, the Redmen end up 42%, 24 of 57. 3-point shooting, 31%, 5 of 16, and the Redmen were 25 of 27 from the line. Meanwhile, the Titans in the second half, 53%, 15 of 28. They were 4 for 10 shooting the 3 and 14 of 16 at the line. Brady Rose led all scorers, or led his team, I should say, with 25. Mike Stevenson led all scorers tonight with 27. Stevenson with 15 at the break, had 12 here in the second half, was 9 of 17, 2 for 4 shooting the 3, made all 7 of his free throws. He finished with 27 points tonight, leading 3 Redmen players in double figures. Keenan Baltimore and Drew Joyner tonight. Well, the bright spot was the play of those two off the bench tonight, combining for 28 points. Throw in Ryan Case, and you had 34 points between those 3 players coming off the bench tonight. Baltimore was 17 on 4 of 10. He made all 8 of his free throws. Drew Joyner a good night tonight too, 4 of 5 from the field and 2 of 2 from the line. 11 points tonight for Joyner to go with 7 rebounds. And it was Brad Perry with 9 points and 12 boards. Got into a little bit of foul trouble early in the second half. Wasn't quite as aggressive. And again, that's a credit to the Titans. They went right after Brad Perry early in this second half to get him to pick up that third foul. Actually picked up his fourth foul midway through and still remained in the game, finished with 9 points and 12 boards. But Brady Rose, 17 second half points en route to 25, leading 5 players in double figures for the Titans tonight. Rose with 25, Stemple with 17, Bonnet with 15, Sebring with 14, and Bausch with 11 to pave the way for the Titans, who pick up the win here tonight. They now go to 8-5. Carthage falling to 8-5 and 15-7. A huge win in the grand scheme of things, because now the Titans have the tiebreaker on the Redmen should they end up tied together.
Yes.
They hold the tiebreaker now on Carthage, having swept the season series. And the new set of regional rankings, which will come out on Wednesday, this is going to boost the regional ranking of Illinois Wesleyan. So if they can't win the automatic qualifier through the conference tournament, this would help pave their way a little bit toward an NCAA tournament berth.
Well, as you said, though, John, as Bosco stated, just get in the tournament, win the tournament, and then you don't have to worry about anything. You know you're going.
Well, this ends a 4-game winning streak for the Redmen. 3 of those coming in overtime, 1 in double overtime last week, or this past Wednesday against North Park. So the Redmen now 3 games remaining, 2 of them at home. They have North Central in here on Wednesday night, travel to Milliken on Saturday, and then wrap the season up in the regular season on Tuesday the 21st here at home against Wheaton. So opportunity yet for the Redmen. There's still plenty of basketball to be played, as they say. But the new standings now, with all of the games in, you've got Augustana now at 11-3 on the season. North Park, Carthage, and Illinois Wesleyan in a 3-way tie now, all at 8-5. North Central a half game behind at 8-6. Carroll and Wheaton sitting at 7-6, and Elmhurst and Milliken are the only two teams eliminated from the conference tournament chase, both sitting at 2-12 on the season. Joined now by head coach Bosco Jurkovic, and what are we going to do here tonight? Just got down a little late here and just couldn't have the comeback in you here for a 3rd straight game.
You live on the edge the way we have recently. It makes it very, very difficult to sustain that type of a run. I think actually people in the building, maybe guys on our bench, thought that magic dust would happen again, and it just did not tonight. We could never get them out of their offensive pattern. We've prided ourselves all year on being a good defensive team. The numbers would have said we're the best defensive team in the league. Tonight, their offense just kicked our defense's butt. My fault. We've got to do a better job of adjusting. Their credit, because they made some very difficult shots with some very good players. It was still a game, 3-4 point game with 5 minutes to go in the game, and we just could not get stops when we needed them. We gave up 90 points. That's not going to do it very often.
No, and I thought the difference was the second half. You controlled Brady Rose in that first half, but he went off for 17 second half points, finished with 25.
He's an awfully good player. He's a very creative player, and they do a lot of nice things and execute stuff to get him open. Wesleyan has been the best offensive team that I've seen in this league in all the years I've been around. And the names change and the faces change, but the stuff doesn't change. They still do a great job of running their offense, and they play hard enough on defense to make it difficult. In the first half, we shot 55%. Second half, we probably shot 30%, and there's a difference in the game.
Bosco, you got to be happy with your bench production tonight. You outscored them 37-8.
We've had a deep team all year long. I guess that's the positive side. That's that half full, half empty question, because you can also say that I think we had 2 starters that didn't score while they played probably 40 minutes, 42 minutes between them. And, when that happens, that's tough. You've got to be able to find a way to score the basketball and can't rely on 1 or 2 people to just get it done. And, you take a look at the numbers. It was another good night for Perry. Stevenson obviously scored the ball a lot. Baltimore gives you what he's got. And, after that, we had a hard time finding people to put the ball in the basket.
Mike Stevenson tonight in that first half, that might have been his best half of basketball in his 4-year career.
He played with wonderful pace. That's the way he's been at practice the last couple of days. He was moving. He was making himself difficult to guard, attack them on the outside game and the inside game. Mike's become a terrific offensive player. You always like to see guys who continue to improve. He's done every bit of that. And it's disappointing night. Like I told him in the locker room, and they don't want to hear it, but if you'd have said before the season that we could sign up to be 15-8 and 8-5 in the league with 3 games left, 2 at home, North Central at Milliken and Wheaton at home, you'd have said, where do we sign up? But, those people think they're in the race too. North Central's 8-6. Wheaton is now 7-6. Now, there is a truth that they play each other all over the place. You've got Wesleyan and Carroll, you've got Wesleyan and Augie, you've got Wesleyan and Wheaton, you've got Augie and North Park. You can go on and on and on. What's left in the league, and we're in reasonably good shape to this minute, but not as good a shape as we were an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's for darn sure.
No, it's a jumbled mess. So Augustana at 11-3, losing at Carroll. They've got 2 games on the road left. They have the bye on Wednesday. But then Carthage, North Park, Wesleyan all at 8-5, and you got Carthage who swept North Park who swept Illinois Wesleyan. But Illinois Wesleyan has swept Carthage, so I don't know how that affects your tiebreakers.
You know what? Then it goes to what you did against the other teams, and unfortunately for us, well, I guess for Wesleyan too, because they lost to Augustana the first time. They don't have a win over Augustana yet, so it's very interesting. Augustana gets beat at Carroll this afternoon, and that would have been a little bit of a surprise. So you just don't know. It's a heck of a league. It always is. It's always disappointing when it doesn't go your way. It's been a very good season for our guys. They've got a lot to play for, and yet anytime you lose one, it's disappointing, and certainly that was the case tonight.
It was a hard one here because you had control early in this ball game, going into the second half, early in the second half, but a 3-point play by Rose gave them the lead. You had a chance. I thought the 3-pointer by Stevenson cut it to 6, but right away they found Bonnet open in the right corner who hit the deadly 3.
And again, they didn't make a lot of threes, a lot less than usual. That was by our design, but they made the ones they had to make. Give them credit for that. We out-rebounded them by 2.
Yep.
When you take a look, and they shot 56%, we shot 42, and we were 55 at the half, so that means we were 29% in the second half. And they got easier shots than we did. That's to their credit and our discredit, and now we got to go back to the drawing board and be ready to go Wednesday.
Wednesday against the Cardinals in North Central, who pick up a win over Elmhurst tonight, 84-60.
They are playing outstanding basketball. I saw them last week on our bye week over against North Park, where they won a 2-point game, and they are playing very, very well right now, and just have to kind of make your adjustments and see what you can do.
Sorensen for 26 tonight to lead the way for North Central. Sorensen, 26 tonight.
Sorensen's a load. He always is, but the guys that have been playing the best ball for them are Jaeger Anderson and Erwin Henry. Those have been the 2 guys that have been the really go-to guys for them in this stretch. They've won 4 out of 5 themselves, and had a 6-point lead in Rock Island with a minute to go in the game, let that one get away in overtime.
Anderson was 16 tonight as part of that, and then of course the week.
It is what it is, guys. Got to get back to work, and hopefully we'll do the job on Wednesday night.
Alrighty, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bosco, thank you. Head coach Bosco Jerkovic joining us on our post game tonight. Again, the Redmen tried to come from behind and could not do it here tonight as they fall to Illinois Wesleyan 90-78. The final, Wesleyan putting 5 players in double figures, led by Brady Rose with 25, 17 for Stemple, 15 for Bonnet, but it was his 3, I think, that the whole turning point right there. Redmond had to come back in their eyes when Stevenson hit that 3 to make it 76-70, but Bonnet right away out of that right corner drilled that 3 and built the lead back out tonight, made it a 3-possession game, and the Redmen couldn't recover after that.
Yeah, and like Bosco said, made a very good observation. A lot of their points came a lot easier than the Redmen's points did in the second half versus the first half. So
and again, a credit to the Titans tonight. They made the adjustments in the second half. It was clear they were going to try and go after Perry right away. He picked up that 3rd foul in the first minute. That kind of took some of his aggressiveness away. And then Brady Rose went from there and just took over the ball game. And 17 second half points for Rose en route to a 25-point performance. And again, just amazes me. He gets, as Bosco says, he comes up with these easy shots, and so I'm just saying that for Rose to take over that game, and then Bonnet's clutch 3, those are the difference, and those were the easy shots that they were able to find, a lot easier than the Redmen here tonight.
Yep, so Wednesday night
we'll be back at it right here at the Tarble Arena. It'll be Carthage men's basketball. The Redmen will take on North Central, and that game takes on a huge importance now with the standings. Carthage just a half game ahead of North Central in the standings right now, and they need to square off. And the good thing there is a win by the Redmen in that ball game, and the Redmen will have the tiebreaker on North Central, and they will hold the tiebreaker on North Park, splitting with Augustana as well. So that gives you again, another ace in your pocket, so to speak, to remain in contention for the conference tournament. And Augie still has 2 road games remaining on their schedule, and one of them against Illinois Wesleyan. So that'll be interesting as well as we go down the stretch here. So on any given night, you can say this in the league, and especially this year when you look at you've got 7 teams battling it out for 4 spots, and conceivably 6 teams battling it out for 3 spots, really, when you look at Augustana sitting at 11-3. But that's the way it is in this CCIW each and every night, on any given night. Don't think at Milliken, going down to Milliken on Saturday, think that's an automatic gimme either. You know, Matt Nadelhofer would love to mess things up and chop up that game and give the Redmen fits in their chance to try and secure a tournament berth.
Yeah, so I'm excited about the last 2 weeks.
Well, hopefully they can turn it around as the Redmen fall here tonight, 90-78. Wednesday night, North Central in the building, 7 o'clock tip here at the Tarble Arena. Hope to see you out here in person. If you can't make it here in person, you've got a couple of ways to join us. Join us on the air here on 1050 WLIP beginning at 6:45. You can join us on the audio stream at WLIP.com or check out the video stream here at Carthage College. Just go to carthage.edu, click on the athletics, and then follow the links to our video stream here on the athletic page. My thanks tonight to Mike Love and John Voinovich producing our video stream here from Carthage College. Thanks to Big Eddie down at the WLIP studios filling in for Scott DeLabio tonight, engineering our broadcast. Wish we had better news here from Tarble Arena. Doubleheader sweep by Illinois Wesleyan. The women defeat Carthage 80-49. In the nightcap, the men top the Redmen 90-78. For Dick Greaceffa, John Weiser saying good evening from the Tarble Arena. Thank you for tuning in to Carthage Athletics, heard exclusively on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050, WLIP Kenosha. Good night, everyone.